Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Yes, it looks pretty much the same as the last video, but I'm recording these on the same day. I'm trying to get a little bit further ahead. Falling back over the, coming out here and everything. Today, I want to talk about diabetes and technology. And is it good to jump right on it? If your son or daughter is diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, they should learn how to give a shot. They should learn how to live with giving a shot. They should learn how to manually manage the disease. Now, it's great that we have insulin pumps and we have glucometers, but they should learn on a basic glucometer, and maybe, after a month or two, we could start looking into other technologies that can help. But if you and your son or daughter just start off right away with an insulin pump, it may not be the greatest. Now, the basics include glucometer readings, medication, shots, and also diet. You kind of have to learn on the manual techniques, or whatever you want to call them. That if you have insulin in your body, you have to eat to cover the insulin. If you don't, you're going to run into problems. Now, I'd be guilty as much as the next person. Now, saying that, diabetics can eat anything, just count your carbs. Well, ideally, that's true. But if you're just a new diabetic, maybe you really need to learn how to control your diet. Get used to eating regularly so that you kind of know how your body's going to react to certain types of foods. Over the years, I've gone through a few different glucometers, a few different insulin pumps, some makeshift technologies. But I think a lot of them worked because I knew what to do. Like, if my pump right now that I'm wearing breaks down, I am able to get a new pump. Pure and simple. But, you gotta wait maybe a day or two. Most pump companies are pretty quick. But still, yes, you may have to go back to giving your shots. And it's good to learn at first. Don't race it saying, yes, I've got to have all the best equipment my insurance can buy. Because you're going to run into problems. It may not be right now, but later on. Another basics you have to learn is you have to go to school. Well, it's not really a school anymore. But you get diagnosed, chances are you'll be put into the hospital. While you're in the hospital, you're going to be fed a whole bunch of information. You have to continue on with that education, because your body will run out of certain steps if they're not being used. Your mind will forget them until someone says something, and that is, oh yeah. So learn how to eat better. I believe now, in most cases, time spent is singular, not type 2. Type 1 training is more one-on-one. Type 2 is more in a group setting. That doesn't mean that type 1 is the worst diabetes. They're both terrible. They both suck. Pure and simple, it's just, there's so much more variables centered around type 1. So learn the steps first. Don't just jump in and say, okay, how do I get the pump? I can afford it. I want that now. You need to learn what happens when you're sick. I would honestly like to say that hold off with technologies until you go through a time with a cold or a flu. Some people don't get sick. But again, you want to see how your body stresses. Now, there's a new kind of technology that's showing its head. And this is the ketone meter. However, if you find yourself ill, there is the good old manual urine dipstick that you just void, pee on a stick, really, and take a look at it. And that'll be able to tell if you have ketones. If you're one that diabetic where you get sick and severely sick, then deal with it. But don't just sit there, well, I don't have my meter. And if you think your meter's out, not giving you correct information, check it with a dipstick. Now, eventually, these dipsticks could just go to the wayside. But right now, everything's open to you. Your doctor will let you know when you can move on to an insulin pump. But learn first. Don't be in such a rush. Yes, it may suck doing shots 4 times a day, but the information on how diabetes affects your life is awesome. After that time that you have a strong basis, then you can move on. But don't be in such a race right now. Technology is constantly changing. What may be great today may not work tomorrow. You know what? You can do it. The stronger understanding that you have for diabetes, Manual Care will help you understand the insulin pumps and how to best control them. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.